Chris, Cat was determined, it felt like in that game, to really make his presence known in that first half, especially what did you think about his physicality, the way he showed up?
Yeah, I mean, it ended well. It didn't start. I was a little worried with the start with the 2 offensive fouls and then the sitting, which we absolutely couldn't afford that tonight. We needed his firepower out there. We needed a guy that we know we could go to get a bucket. But I liked the way he shot the ball tonight from 3. It was just very decisive. And then after he weathered the foul trouble storm, his defense really picked up, and I like the physicality that he played with. So.
Your defense never allowed a quarter with more than 24 points from Utah, again, holding them under 40%. Can you just talk about how that has been consistent for you guys this year, especially at home?
It's been what we've set out to be, a defensive-led team. Games like tonight are absolutely why you need it. There are times where you're not sure where you're going to get points from. We did a great job of turning points turning our defense into points in transition. That was good. We'd really needed that, so kind of added bonus there. But yeah, it was it's over time. You have a lot of confidence in our defense. When we get down 12, we don't have to outscore teams to come back into the game. We can get stops and stuff, and that's key.
Chris, where did you see, I guess, the offense start to settle in and get some things going?
When we started splashing in a couple threes, I thought we did a good job of, for the most part, I thought we got some good looks early in the game. They didn't go in. And then when we moved the ball like 1 or 2 more passes, after the shots weren't going in, they were still good shots, but, we just put more emphasis on just moving, playing with more movement, trying to get, another opportunity to kind of get to the paint or swing it one more time to another action. So I think that was really where it was. I mean, in the second quarter, it was all transition. It was all defense into transition. And in third quarter, we had good movement. So
Nickeil had 5 steals and then 4, I think, offensive fouls drawn as well. Just like what kind of a boost did that energy, give you in the second quarter on, it seemed like?
Yeah, huge. I mean, it was passed all night on the ball, super handsy, stayed confident in his shot when he didn't shoot it well early. I thought it was really good, great tone setter for us today.
Seems like this team's biggest punches it lands are the ones when it's turning stops into points. Is that just a constant reminder you give them, even when the buckets maybe aren't falling in the half court?
Yeah,
let's push a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we definitely needed to get out and run tonight. We haven't been the cleanest team in transition too. I think we made a big emphasis on just kind of better spacing in transition, cleaner passing, less risky decision making, and for the most part, we did a good job until the last 4 or 5 minutes, and kind of got a little sloppy. But
what have you just thought of Nickeil's general evolution as a player? It seems like he finds himself more offensively each game.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to watch him play. It just gives us a ton of juice. When he keeps it simple offensively, he's really, really good. Sometimes he has a habit of getting a little excited, and then he wants to make a kind of a home run spectacular play. But it's been great. We can play him on and off the ball. He's always shot the ball well, and I think that sets up the majority of his game. So he's playing with a lot of confidence for us.
You mentioned before the game you were going to add someone to the rotation with Dacian. What went into that decision, and what did you see from him tonight?
It's I really like Dacian. I like his game. He's got a really defined game. Can handle. He's smart, high IQ player. Can make shots. He's got way more bounce and physicality than he might look out there. Competitive. I just had my eyes on him for a while in practice, and I just like the fact that you kind of know what you're going to get when you put him out there. So I thought he had some good looks. I thought he was a little tentative early. Had some good looks. I thought, with his shooting ability, that they were going to go in, but he finally made a big one. He made a big one at the right time for us. So.
A couple of times tonight, Cat found himself handling the basketball in the pick and roll with Rudy, setting some of those screens. What do you like about those two together offensively, whether that be the pick and roll or some of the high lows you guys get with them?
Yeah, I think it gives us with Cat's skill, we can treat him like a guard. Rudy's rolling gravity. Sometimes you can catch the other bigs, not sure what to do with that coverage, so you can add some confusion there. Well, most of that stuff happens randomly. They're always up there around the top of the floor together in a lot of things that we do. We saw that a bit last year. And Cat's done a much better job of making smarter plays in those situations. Like, I think he was always trying to seek the lob for Rudy last time. But he's always been a good Rudy partner when he keeps it simple and, lets the play develop with good patience.
When you have two bigs but not Ant on the court, is it really important for the other three guys to move without the ball? And is that one of the reasons? I mean, Troy seemed to be able to do that tonight, and obviously Nah did it. Is that like kind of a priority for?
Yeah, it's a priority for all of us. Certainly a priority for all of us. I think we needed to establish way more body and ball movement in the second half. Absolutely. I think sometimes people think that cutting and moving is everyone else's job, and it's not. And it's, guys who give themselves up on the floor to cut are guys you love because they create opportunities and space for everyone else. So.
And Kyle has been so consistent during his time here. He's in a little bit of a dip now.
Yeah.
You expect that to come out of it soon?
I'm not worried about it. Really I'm not. So.
What have you just kind of made, maybe even just the last couple of weeks, of your defense's ability to play without fouling too much?
It's been a big point of emphasis, showing our hands to the official, play with good physicality, stand up these drivers. There's so many people now can go somewhere with the ball in the league. You got to be physical at the point of attack. I think it gives them great confidence. I know that Rudy's behind them all the time too, so they can apply a little more pressure and then make the ball react to you. It's always been the case. The more aggressive team gets the benefit of everything, and that's what we set out to do. Is like be big, be physical, and impose ourselves in all the ways that we can. So.
Chris, a few of those passes toward the end of the game. How do you kind of manage that? And
it's I guess they didn't feel the game was as much in jeopardy as I did at times, but it just it is what it is. We just can't pick up bad habits, but we got a little wild. So. Thanks.